Hey everyone, another episode of Projects Around. Today's project at hand is to replace this pane of glass. And while we're at it, we're going to take care of these as well. So stay tuned. Today's project is to replace these 3 panes of glass. About 6 months ago, everyone in the house locked their keys in the house and we couldn't get in. So I ended up punching out this window and reaching through and unlocking it. And then I just put in a temporary piece of Luan plywood, 1/8 inch Luan plywood. And I hadn't had the opportunity, I kept forgetting about it, to order the glass. I finally ordered the glass when I ordered the glass for the lights outside, which that video, we'll link that video down below. But today we're going to show you how to pull out the glass and replace it. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to head and pull these frames off around here. I'm going to use a drill driver to do it, take them off. But when we go put them back on, we're going to hand drive it because I don't want to tighten it down too quickly and crack the glass. Ray, when I took this apart the other day to measure this glass, it looks to me as if this wasn't original to the door. It looks to me as maybe the previous owner of this house had taken a hollow core door. Here, bring the camera closer. And you can see it looks like they cut through. Okay, and built this frame on the outside. So what you've got is you've got 2 frames that looks like they screw together with the glass sandwiched in between. Now on the original one, it looks like they used a little bit of glazing compound in here. I'm just going to use a bead of clear silicone to replace that. So let me go get the new glass and I'll be right with you. So as you can see, this is a hollow core door and it looks like they just cut it, and then they see this frame here, the outside frame, it's identical to this frame here, and it looks like they just screw the 2 frames and sandwich the glass together. So this here looks like glazing compound, and it's all hard and flat. It's a nice surface, so I think I'm just going to take a little bit of silicone and put it on there and put the piece of glass in. So, I don't know if you guys, sorry about that, I don't know if you guys recognize this glass, but it's the same glass as the one, remember this ugly orange that we took off? The other one, and that's the glass here. The guy from the glass company called me the other day and said that he had the new glass in and wanted to know how everything worked out, whether I broke any putting it in, and whether I wanted some more pieces. Because originally, when I ordered 30 of these. They were only able to cut 29. They broke one, so they had to order more glass at no more expense to me. However, they had a lot of glass left over, and it reminded me of the project I needed to do. So I asked my wife. She said, "Yeah, sure, let's use that glass here." So I had them cut me 3 pieces at 6 by 10. And that was 28 bucks for that, and we're just going to go ahead and put them in. All right, I'm going to show you guys a little trick here. So we had used the clear silicone when we put the lights in outside, and that was like a week ago, and I just took a wire nut on the end of it to try to save it, and it did. However, that little bit in here hardened up. I could take a utility knife and cut more off, but then it makes a bigger opening, so when you go to apply it, what ends up happening is you end up putting too much on it. I like a smaller aperture. So to maintain that smaller aperture, there's a little trick that people in the industry know how to do, but if you've never done this before, just take a drill bit, small one, and you're going to drill out in the end of the hole there, and hopefully, let me get a rag here. Hopefully we'll be able to salvage into that. And there you go, look at that. Worked perfect. Okay? So that's a way to get it to unclog. All right, so now we're just gonna put a small bead of clear silicone. Now if it squishes out on the outside, that's no big deal. We'll go wipe it off. Usually using a little rubbing alcohol or mineral spirits will get that right off. That clear silicone. Okay. All right, let me get a pane of glass here and now the glass is textured on this side and smooth on that side. We'll put the textured side towards the outside. Let me make sure I have the frame here available. What did I do with the frame? There it is. Put the frame here, we'll hang it right here on the doorknob so it's closed at hand. And we will make sure that we have our drill driver bit. Now, like I said, I'm not gonna crank it down at first, and I've got the screws right here. So, we're going to go ahead and we're going to fit that into place. It shouldn't slide. Sliding just a little bit. I don't want it to slide too much because I'm going to be putting that, driving that screw through, and that's right there at that bottom, and I don't want to crack it. There, we're good. But now it slides, it's going to rest on that screw. Okay. All right, that's good. Let me get a screwdriver, and we'll go ahead and put the rest of these in. And I'm going to open the door here so you guys can see this. It's pulling them together, so let's just kind of push them together. Hand tight, don't over tighten, because you'll have that dreaded sound that as you break it. And I didn't make any extra of these. That one's tight. It seems tight. Let's check the other side. Yeah, that looks good. All right, so now we're going to go ahead. There you go, just a single pin. Now I can see that a little bit of it oozed out right here. And we'll go ahead and clean that off when we're all done. I'll just wipe it with my finger right now, get the heavy stuff off. Ray's feeding lunch to the kids. We took Carter fishing. We'll throw that picture up early. So it's, it's noon. We took off early this morning, a little after 7, and we took Carter fishing. I'll throw up the picture. We had fun. So we come back, it's humid out right now and raining. And I figured it'd be a good time to go ahead and knock this out. Because tomorrow's Sunday and I don't feel like doing anything on Sunday. And there's one frame. Now, this door was painted. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a utility knife blade and I'm going to cut the paint so when I pull it off, I don't flake it off and tear it. Let me grab a knife. All right, so I can't find my utility knife. Last time I used it is the last project we did on Projects Around when we replaced the leg on the table. But I do have a blade, so All right, so we're gonna score the paint with the knife along the edge, so when we pop this out, we don't tear the paint. So be careful here, don't overcut or pull too hard and go whack and, you know, cut your paint on your door. You don't want to do that. So score the paint line with the utility knife blade before trying to remove the frame. All right, let me see if I can pry this up. All right, there you go. Now, had we not cut that paint line when we pulled that out, that would have torn the paint and flaked it. Okay, and this is, I thought it'd be a little bit more difficult. It just kind of popped off the glazing real quick there. So there's the other piece we're taking out. And we can set the frame back in. Back in the hole, there we go. All right. So once again, we'll just take a little bit of pure silicone. This will hold the glass in place, and the other thing it does is, now this is not double pane glass, it's just single pane glass, but we have a screened in porch out front here. So as far as winter and giving you the double pane with the argon glass, I don't need that because that's already out there. This is just replacing a pane of glass here. But this will seal it so there's no air escaping around it. Because right now you can feel that I've got a screen on right here. You can feel that humidity coming through. And I've got all the screens opened up on the front porch. All right, so again, we're gonna put the textured side out. Be careful. Push too hard and that whole thing will come flying out. And just catch it real lightly with the drill driver to get it started. Okay. All right, so what I'll go ahead and do is finish the other one up and we'll bring you back. All right, so we've got them all down, got them all tightened down. Like I said, be careful, don't over tighten, you'll crack the glass. So this was just an easy project to replace pane glass that was broken. Now, as you guys saw, this is a hollow core door. It's not an insulated door. Even though that's a screened in porch with windows outside, we don't get a lot of great R value from this door. And over the years, we've had problems with, down here especially, cold air coming in. Even though we have replaced the sweep and the threshold bottom seal on this several times, this door just bleeds cold air. So eventually I want to replace this door, and that may be a project that we'll do on projects around. We'll take off the casing, take the door out, but this door is original, or at least the frame is. I'm not sure about this. I don't think it is. However, the frame is original to the house. So I've already measured this once before. I will have to cut into this lab and plaster to put in a new door. So that's a whole different project. And while we're at it, I would probably go ahead and replace the old knob and tube in here. While I've got this opened up, I can go ahead and get that replaced and get rid of that. It makes me nervous. I don't like having this stuff in the house. If you don't touch it, they say it's okay. However, most of it's been replaced in the house, and I think it's time we go ahead and replace this as well. But if you liked the project, you thought it was easy and a lot of fun, easy to do. I think we did this, right in 20, 25 minutes at the most. Didn't take very long at all. Glazed it in, cleaned it all up, and then put, as you saw, we put it back together. So if you liked the video, give us a thumbs up. Please subscribe. Subscriptions always help. If you have any comments, questions that you have, go ahead and leave them. If you have a project you want to see us do, go ahead and put that suggestion down, and we'll see if we can find a project like that to do. So thanks again. Appreciate you watching.